Listen, Arsenal look great, mate. You guys look really, really good at the minute. You must be impressed at the very least.
Jesus was unplayable. And this is the thing, yeah, I'm in the mud. Yeah, my fan cams touched 30,000 views, which I shouldn't be getting, Terry, because we won. I only get views when we lose. So how has that happened? The one before that, I think, got 30. The one before that got 63 against Sevilla, or 65. Like, unbelievable. The quicker this club start doing what I want them to do, the more views I'll get, which is lost on a lot of people, because apparently, like I said, I only get views when we lose. But fantastic performance from Jesus. Yeah, unplayable, man. Johnny Evans must be having nightmares about him, man. He rattled him all game. Martinelli, again, like, fantastic performance. Felt a bit bad for William Saliba because his header was going wide and the spin of the ball took it in. But yeah, all in all, decent performance, man. Really good performance. The goal that we conceded from Maddison, I didn't even know he was on the pitch, by the way, and I rate Maddison. The difference between him and Odegaard is he does actually score goals, which I've been telling everyone. And again, he had a shocking performance, Maddison, but then bang, goal. Shocking defending from Gabriel. I think he's been poor in the 2 games so far. Odegaard's not, I didn't even know he was on the pitch the other day, and people are telling me he was one of our best players. Maybe take the Odegaard profile pictures away off of your accounts and start taking the blinkers off, and you might actually start seeing that he does nothing. But Terry, like you, my friend, when you sat there on your mad rant earlier on this show saying, how do I know all of this? Oh, because I've seen it all before. Terry, I've seen Arsenal look fantastic last season against Tottenham. Yeah, I've seen Arsenal look fantastic against Leicester last season, funny enough. I've seen Arsenal look fantastic against Aston Villa last season. I've seen us get a 0-0 draw up at Anfield with Granit Xhaka sent off. And what did it lead to? Nothing. So whilst it's great that we're playing well and we've took that pre-season form into the season, are we going to win the league, Terry? No. Are we going to win a cup competition? Because I've seen a lot of our fans, and again, this is how PR and media work. When you've got 4 of your first team players coming out, all within the space of a week of each other, saying, whilst they're in Orlando, yes, the aim this season for us is to try and win the Europa League and get top 4. So now our fan base have got it in their head because 4 of the first team players have come out and said Europa League and top 4. That's it, the Europa League. So, Terry, I don't think people will always get on my case when Arsenal win. I couldn't care less. Genuinely couldn't care less. They come and watch it whether we win or lose. Yeah, they come in to say, oh, you're in the mud. Well, you're still coming in. Right, at the end of the day, Terry, this football club has been run really badly over the years. Yeah, from Wenger being in way too much control down to players just leaving on freeze constantly. You know, last season, it was Aubameyang the scapegoat. And, oh, Lacazette, look, he's got work rate. Yeah, now we've got a striker that actually does look like he wants to be here because them two, both of them didn't want to be here, let's be real. Yeah, Lacazette couldn't wait to leave and Aubameyang was fed up of playing left wing back. Yeah, and funny enough, he might be going to Chelsea. We're going to speak about that later. But I think if you look at the 2 performances we've had so far, and I was to rate them performances overall, I'd say 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, defensively against Leicester, I thought we were all right. We were all right. Yeah, Gabriel, he needs to fix up, man. I've said it about him last season. He switches off too easy at times, and he did that against Maddison. He was ball watching and got caught, and then the ball went through through Ramsdale's legs. He's too aggressive on the halfway line at times, and I know that's his game, but sometimes you have to stand off. The chance that Wesley Fofana had, that was again a little bit of sloppiness from Granit Xhaka, who I thought was superb. See, clip that, put that on your Twitter account. Lee's praising Granit Xhaka. Yeah, but that won't do the rounds, will it, Terry? But apart from that, I thought Xhaka had a great game. Yeah, scored a goal, was literally playing as a number 10 most of the game. But there's still things there that I look at, Terry, and I just think, nah. Against Crystal Palace, we switched off and Eze should have scored. If that's Wilfried Zaha's in the back of the net, right? Against Leicester, they scored 2 goals. The one thing I'll say is both of the goals, one was unfortunate, the other one was switched off, right? But if you're going to do that against better teams, you might not necessarily run right with Jesus having a worldie like that. He's been superb since he signed for Arsenal. I'm not knocking that guy in any way, shape or form. How long can he carry it on for? Yeah, can he carry it on until the World Cup? Can he come back from that World Cup and continue it for a season? Can he bag 25 goals for Arsenal? Yeah, so far, so good. Yeah, absolutely 10 out of 10 for him since he's been here. But this is where in my head, I've seen it all before, Terry, right? If, and it isn't if, yeah, he gets injured, then what? What do we do then? We need another striker because Eddie Nketiah is not the guy that's anywhere near that level of Jesus. Technically, physically, vision-wise, with his passing, his dribbling, his technique, the way he floats into the box from the left or the right. Eddie Nketiah is nowhere near that level. We need another striker, mate. Really do. And people say, oh, but you got Martinelli, he can play there. Okay, that's cool. That's great. Fantastic. And he has got the tech and he has got the awareness on a football pitch to know when to make a run and when to come inside and when to hold the ball and all of that. Great. So then who do we play left? Okay, you can play Smith Rowe left. Okay, well, we can't rely on him because he's not even fit at the moment. He didn't train again today, and neither did Fabio Vieira, who can also play left. Then if Thomas Partey gets injured, we're going to El Neni. We need a destroyer in midfield that's going to come and play 25 games this season and compete with Thomas Partey, because Thomas Partey is going to be playing in 4 different competitions for us this season. There's no way he's staying fit for all of it, mate. Then you've got a problem at right back because Ben White ain't a right back. Yeah, Tomiyasu is not a right back. Neither of them overlap the winger, which is why Saka's always isolated, which is why he was very quiet in that Leicester game, because they were always doubling up and trebling up on him because Ben White was coming inside. Right? And whilst that game was great and it was nice to watch a game like that, and I've seen that against Sevilla the other week. Yeah, the Palace game was a bit hit and miss, but that game was a good watch. It was a good watch. And it was nice to see that actually we conceded 2 goals. And when we did, bang, we're straight up the other end and score. That's something that I can say, yeah, that's different. But is that different because it's Leicester and they're all over the place at the moment? Fofana don't want to be there. We've seen in the show, in the comments, that he's handed a transfer request in there. Or is that because we were just so great? I'd put it down to we were so great on the day. Clip that as well. But at the same time, Terry, the drop-off in quality, and when you can't rely on Kieran Tierney for a season, yeah, and I love him to bits, you can't rely on Tomiyasu for a season. He's been out injured more than Tierney in the last 12 months. Thomas Partey, before these 2 games, has played 1 game less since he started played for Arsenal than Kieran Tierney, because he's always injured. But our fans are saying get rid of Tierney because he's always injured, but he's played more than Partey until these last 2 games this season. And Tierney's played 1 game, I think, out of the 2. So Partey's 1 game ahead of him over 2 seasons. When you've got them players, then add Smith Rowe into that's quite injury prone as well, based off of what we've witnessed so far. All of a sudden, you've got 4 or 5 players in your squad that are not going to make it through a whole entire season. And then you look at the backups, that's where we're going to have an issue. The first 11, cool. The only 2 issues I have with that first 11 are Martin Odegaard. Well, 3 issues. Granit Xhaka, you know he's going to let you down 5-6 times in the season. Martin Odegaard ain't going to score enough goals from an attacking midfield position. And the right-back position with Ben White currently being there. Them 3 positions are weak positions for us. Granit Xhaka, yeah, cool, he played well the other day and he did. But over an entire season, that guy will let us down 5-6 times, based on what I've witnessed for 6 seasons straight from him. Martin Odegaard, I've seen enough of him to know he ain't going to bag 15 goals. You need an attacking midfielder that's going to get you 10, 15 goals. He ain't the guy. And then you've got right-back Cedric, Bellerin's still here, Norton Cuffy that everyone's hyping up to be the next Cafu that nobody's ever watched play football. And then Ben White and Tomiyasu. Well, Ben White and Tomiyasu ain't going to overlap Saka, which is going to bring Saka further back, which means we've got an issue there, Terry. We need an out-and-out right-back. Neither of them 2 that I've just mentioned are right-backs. The centre-backs playing at right-back. Then what we have is a bench that, when you look at it, ain't that great, man. The first 11's cool. But the first 11, is it better to get us above where we finished last season? I don't think so.
I do. I think your first 11's improved. Like, you've still got. Let's wait and see. There's 2 things I'd say. Let's wait and see how good Fabio Vieira is. I think if he comes in as a midfielder and looks very good, has a really good impact on the team, suddenly then you'll be like, okay, well that's an extra string to the bow. You still need to sign a player or 2 in the remaining few weeks of the window. If you do get that midfielder and that winger, say you sign Gakpo and you signed Tielemans, you've been linked to them, so I'm going to name them. That's that extra strength and depth that's needed that helps you. Of course, there's still going to be holes, and if you get through, look at Liverpool at the minute. They've got some catastrophic levels of injuries in terms of the amount of players out. 7 first teamers. That's why they've picked up 2 draws so far, and obviously Darwin Noodles had an awful home debut last. I mean, one of his misses, the ball went backward. Like he nearly got a handball because his shot was so bad. Like it was crazy. But like, I think I understand where you're coming from. At the same side as that, though, I understand the scrutiny in it, and I'm still seeing it. It's weird on socials because I'm seeing a few Gooners are generally considered positive that have pointed out, "Oh, this has still got to improve," and I've not been happy with this guy yet. And
they don't just say it blatant, though, do they? They start edging their bets.
I'm about to say, no, they're not saying that. They're literally like, would be really good, really happy, and then they put in their 2 or 3 areas of improvement, and even they're getting cooked by some Arsenal fans. And there is that percentage of Arsenal fans who are just like, kind of, listen, as great as you've been, I think you look excellent. I still think there's more levels to come from this team, especially as you sort of settle together, learn more about each other.
Can I just pick a comment out quickly? This guy says the right backs are inverted. This clown wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, I know the right backs are inverted, mate. Now name me, 5 other clubs, that play with inverted right backs that actually go on and win anything. Because now you're playing inverted. So our right hand side is inverted. Yeah, well, Kieran Tierney's not inverted, is he? Kieran Tierney gets down the wing, crosses it into the box, and provides opportunities for the strikers. Yeah, Tomiyasu. Oh, yes, he's so good, but he's inverted. Ben White's inverted. Sorry, mate. Yeah, but you're going to isolate your winger all season, which is why we then play with Odegaard floating out to that right-hand side to try and cause the overlap. But then he don't score any goals either. And then Saka's game suffers. And then the 2 games, them 3 players have not really been in any of the games so far. All of our players come down the opposite side, which has been Zinchenko and Martinelli's side, and Xhaka pushing further forward and sitting outside the box and that, even getting into the box. So when you only have 1 string to your bow, do you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be able to attack down both flanks, otherwise you become predictable. So if that makes me a clown for highlighting that, mate, then I'm a clown. Yay. Do you know what I mean? Somebody said Man City with Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker, the amount of times I've seen him overlap and cross a ball, and I watch a lot of Man City because obviously I'm on loan to Man City, as everyone now knows. But at the end of the day, if you've got Bukayo Saka, who's not going to, like, his close ball control is quality Saka. Yeah, and I'm not going to say he's lightning quick, but he's pretty quick. But when you're getting isolated because Odegaard is being moved out of the way and muscled out the way, you've got a fullback that don't want to overlap and give you a different angle to cut inside. It's very, very rare Arsenal attack down that right-hand side with any quality. Yeah, and we have to hope that Saka does something, which last season he did. Yeah, but if we play, and we need a winger as well, Terry, right? Because if that boy gets injured, then what? We're bringing Pepe on that no one wants. What is there to be positive about with Mikel Arteta? Can somebody tell me that? Oh, but he's won 2 games. Whoopee. He's paid to win football matches, mate. Yeah, he's paid to win trophies. Yeah, Edu said this season, it's about time we win trophies. That's the standard I'm holding him to. Yeah, Edu has finally come out and said, it's time we win trophies. Yeah, our football club has been in the gutter for a long, long time, my friend. And let me tell you something. Yeah, this season, if he don't win a trophy, let's see what you're saying in May. If we don't get top 4, which is the holy grail for most of you fans out here that have never seen us win a league. Yeah, if we get top 4, don't get top 4 and don't win a trophy, I'd love to hear your excuses at the end of the season when he's done, by the end of this window, he would have done 400 million quid total. When is it acceptable for somebody that has actually seen us win 5 league titles? Yes, 5. I'm old. I've actually seen us win 17 trophies. When is it acceptable for me to keep to actually be able to say, now go and win a title? It's done 400 million. I've never seen another manager so protected, Terry. Yeah, great. 2 performances. Well done. No disrespect, but we should be beating Leicester and we should be beating Palace. Yeah, now go and beat Man City. Now go and beat Liverpool. Now get me in a title challenge. Yeah, and if you don't win the title at the end of the season, but you finish 2 points off on the final day, I don't know, Man City draw and you end up drawing, but if you had won and it was dead down on the final day, cool. I'll stand up and say round of applause to that manager. But until then, this is just all BS. Yeah, what's he done? What if we finish second? Like I just said, I've just given you that analogy there. But if we finish second and we're 10, 15 points behind, that ain't acceptable, mate. We have outspent every single football club in the last, 4 seasons? We've outspent Liverpool for 4 summers straight. I know that for a fact. Since Unai Emery's first day in charge, when he got the job, we've done 486 million quid. That's how much we spent. $500 million. Oh, but Emery left a mess. Oh, the same mess that this manager inherited and won an FA Cup with then, yeah? Then ripped up the whole squad that weren't good enough, didn't want to be here, all prima donnas, all on big wages, all the problem in the dressing room. And then since then, he's got all of his own players in and won nothing. Like, what am I supposed to be praising him for? Like, do your job, go and win a title, mate. It's Arsenal Football Club.